You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. It has been 34 years since a Democrat has won Texas in the presidential race. That was Jimmy Carter in 1976. But it is very tight in Texas between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. If Donald Trump loses Texas, he can forget any chance at re-election. Massive turnout has already taken place in the Lone Star State. More than 8 million people have already voted. They are shattering records, and very much so. They could have nearly 12 million people vote by Tuesday, which would be an all-time record. Joining us right now is Mark Veasey, Congressman from the Arlington, Texas. Congressman Veasey, glad to have you on Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Hey, Roland, how's it going?
It is absolutely great, sir. 38
Good.
Electoral College votes. That is a huge haul for Texas. I'm wearing my Jack Yates High School vote shirt. I want to thank our alumnus Carl Davis for sending it to me. Again, a lot of Democrats look at the long given up on the Lone Star State. Republicans have won every statewide seat since 1998. But explosive growth in the suburbs has fueled Democratic victories on the local level when it comes to the state house as well. It could also be showing up this time in the presidential race.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's incredible what's happening right now. I mean, you look at the suburbs, as you mentioned. I mean, we're going to win a congressional seat that runs parallel with mine from Fort Worth over where I live into Irving. And even in Texas, even a little bit of Collin County in Congressional District 24. That's going to be Candace Valenzuela. That district was held by Kenny Marchant forever. It was drawn to be a safe Republican seat for 10 years at the beginning of the decade. And now Candace is poised to be the first African-American Latino. Her dad is Mexican-American and her mom is black. She's poised to be the first Afro-Latino to represent the state and the country in the U.S. Congress. And it's just stories like that. I mean, who would have ever thought that Democrats could win in places like Capel, which is in Candace's district, in Denton County, where we had a state legislative victory in 2018, in Round Rock, which is in Williamson County, north of Austin, we won a state rep seat. And we're going to continue to make gains up and down the ballot. We're going to pick up the 9 seats. I feel very confident about that you talked about, to win the state legislature, which is crucial because they're the ones that redraw the U.S. congressional lines. And I think that MJ is really going to surprise a lot of people with her performance on Election Day. And I feel great about Biden's chances. But, I mean, people have to understand that regardless of what happens, because the race is within the margin of errors, if Biden gets close, the ramifications that will be felt down ballot will be so huge that it will change Texas politics forever going into the future. And so I'm excited about that. But I do believe that Biden has a great shot to bring this thing home for us.
We were in Georgia on Tuesday, where Joe Biden held a rally there, very tight race there as well, to show how critical this is and show how close this is. The Biden campaign is dispatching Senator Kamala Harris to Fort Worth, to Houston, and another city in Texas on Friday. To see a Democratic vice presidential candidate campaigning in Texas at this late stage of the race shows you how the map has fundamentally changed and how the anger towards Donald Trump is driving people to the polls.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Roland. And something key about that, because Senator Harris is going to be visiting my district in Southeast Fort Worth. And I think that's important for a lot of different reasons. Remember, Tarrant County, because of your time that you spent in Dallas when you were in journalism here in Dallas, you know that Tarrant County is right next door to Dallas. So we're in the same media market. But what was different between Dallas and Tarrant is that Dallas turned blue in 2006 to where Tarrant has continually been red. And it was one of the last large red urban counties in the entire country. And Beto narrowly won Tarrant County in 2018. He won with about 49% of the vote. And now it looks like Biden is doing very well here in Tarrant County. Once we win Tarrant County and we continue to do well in these suburban cities in Dallas Tarrant, Denton counties, Collin County, counties around Austin, San Antonio, Houston. The trajectory for us is nothing but up. And so that is another reason why Senator Harris's visit here tomorrow is so big. Not only is she coming to North Texas, she's coming to Tarrant County, which was the Republicans' last stronghold, because they know once Tarrant County goes, that's it, that we have officially become a purple state on the way to becoming a blue state.
Well, on that particular point there, when you look at what is changing there, I just talk about anger. There are a lot of people who said you can't use anger at the ballot box. But the reality is the anger at Donald Trump and his policies, his behavior, his antics is fueling a significant turnout. When you look at a lot of these first-time voters, a lot of young people as well, a lot of the people who saw what happened with the students in Parkland, saw what happened with the shooting that took place there right outside of Houston as well, and how, frankly, Donald Trump has shown no empathy whatsoever to those young folks who have been killed in these school shootings. What we are seeing is, again, if we step back for a second and look at the map, we talk about what's happening there in Texas, and then what's happening in North Carolina. New polls comes out, 5 points in Florida. What's happening out west as well. Joe Biden is maintaining a steady lead in Michigan and Pennsylvania, and as well as Wisconsin. And so we are seeing how even Joe Biden is drawing a lot of white support away from Donald Trump. That's also what's fueling his numbers. The combination of peeling back white support, diminish white females voting for Donald Trump based upon the polls, and then also significant Black and Latino turnout.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, I think that Donald Trump's behavior definitely plays a role in this. And I think that because Joe Biden is someone who is trusted, someone who is seen as empathetic, someone who is seen as not making a lot of these situations even worse, like with some of the unrest that we've seen in our cities over police brutality, someone that is trying to look for ways to bring us together instead of using it as a reason to bring us apart. The way that Trump does. Joe Biden wants to build back better, and he wants to have a White House to where everyone feels welcomed and all ideas are welcomed on how we can make these things better. And I think that people are recognizing that. It's been said for a long time in Texas that a lot of these suburban moms, particularly these white soccer moms, as they have been historically called, that they really weren't Republicans. They were just voting that way because that's how their neighbors voted, or that was how they identified from when they were in high school, but they were never really strong Republicans. And I do think that Donald Trump has pushed them away. And I also think that because Joe Biden is running so strong at the top of our ticket again, he's seen as someone who really wants to help bridge a lot of these divides and bring the country together. And I think that makes a very big difference. And I think that you're going to see a lot of these voters go his way. And that's why we're competitive in places, like Round Rock, outside of Austin, again, cities outside of Houston. We've already won pretty much for the most part of all these urban areas, but now we're going to continue to move into these suburban Republican strongholds because of the poor job that Trump has done, but then also because I really do think that people are buying Joe Biden's message of building back better, and making America the type of place that we know it to be. And then I think also putting dignity back into the White House. I mean, when we were kids growing up, we always saw the White House as a very dignified place, as a place that was the pinnacle of American success. And regardless of party, kids were taught to look up to the president. You just can't do that anymore with Donald Trump. And Joe Biden is seen as someone that can just restore a lot of that hope. And so I'm happy that he's our nominee. And because of that, again, the wins that we're going to see down ballot here in Texas, I think are going to be significant. And I think that because of that, Texas in 2022, 2024 will probably lead at the top of the hour on the national news shows because all the action will be here.
Congressman Mark Veasey of Texas. I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks, Roland.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, the folks at Ceek.com, black-owned company founded by Mary Spio. They, of course, a virtual reality company. You can check out their content at Ceek.com, Ceek.com. You can do so, of course, with these VR headsets. You can look at it, of course, on your regular device or your pad or your computer. But if you want to experience being in the room, you can use this headset right here. All you simply do is just pop in your cell phone in here, pop it on, and then put this headset on, and you can literally experience their content in virtual reality. And so allows for you to do a 360-degree view of the room. But also, folks, they have the 360-degree 4D headphones right here. These are Bluetooth headphones. They have complete surround sound in terms of as you hear the particular music. Gamers love them as well when they're playing their games. And so it's just phenomenal bass in these headphones as well. You can get one or both devices at Ceek.com using this promo code RMVIP2020, RMVIP2020. So we certainly thank the folks at Ceek.com for being a partner with us here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. All right.